What's up, the Comic Coalition here for another video for you guys today. And I just got done watching episode 8 of The Mandalorian. And man, this might be my favorite episode so far. It's got to be top 3 for sure. Right off the bat, I like how the show started. I know some people didn't really appreciate the humor there, but I really enjoyed it. I, for one, don't think stormtroopers and stuff should always have to be like robotic and not have any personality. Like, there's people inside of these suits, so I mean, give them a voice sometimes. I like to see behind the scenes things like that because they're just humans. So of course they joke around and goof off and things like that. Forgive me, I'm sick. That's why I'm actually filming this review a little late, because I've kind of lost my voice, had a sore throat and things like that. But yeah, right off the bat, I really enjoyed the humor. We find out in the episode that Quill is dead. I think it's pretty much confirmed. I saw some theories that no, he's not dead, but I'm pretty sure he's dead. IG-11 said that he's been terminated. They make a little grave for him at the end of the episode, put his little hat on top. Like I said, I'm sorry, I'm sick, so if I lack enthusiasm, that's why. I really did love this episode. I think it brought everything to a good ending. I mean, of course, it's not the end of the series, but I like where it left off. It left off where he kind of tied everything up, basically from the first season. I like that we got so many callbacks and we got all these characters that came back. And like I said, these last 2 episodes really show you that none of these episodes have been filler episodes. They've been about something. They've all been leading up to this. The same stormtroopers or scout troopers I was talking about actually punched Baby Yoda in the face. And man, that was a painful thing to see. Not only did they bop him and slap him a couple times, but after he bit his finger, he straight up punched him in the face, and that was heartbreaking. I didn't want to see any more Baby Yoda abuse. Luckily, Baby Yoda's okay, and he got away. The action in the episode, very nice. I knew Taika Waititi would do a great job at directing. The villain in the episode, the guy from Breaking Bad, we see that he has a dark saber at the end of the episode. I mean, come on, I did not expect to see that. I'm sorry I'm jumping around all over the place, but yeah. Like I said, I really love this episode, and it just goes to show, I think Star Wars is just better on television right now. I was more excited for episode 8 of The Mandalorian than I was for The Rise of Skywalker. As far as everybody wanting to know my Rise of Skywalker thoughts, and they want my review, I'm not going to post it. I thought about it, but I just don't feel like getting into all of that stuff because I'm kind of iffy on the film. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not saying that I loved it either. So I just didn't really have interest in reviewing it, Get into The Rise of Skywalker. This is about The Mandalorian. For me, I think IG-11 stole the show for this episode. Every time he's in action, man, it's just awesome. It really is. And even like the scene showing him getting on the bike or the speeders, it was just, I don't know. I like the movement and the CGI. It just made some move robot-like. And like I said, when he's in action, spinning around and shooting and stuff, man, it's just awesome. So I really think that he stole the show. Not to mention the Terminator, like, slowly sinking into lava scene at the end when he sacrificed himself for the greater cause. I thought that was really compelling. I thought it was nice seeing that the Mandalorian actually started caring about a droid. Like, the Mandalorian actually cared. And it was funny when he was like, I can sense you're sad. I'm a robot. I don't have feelings. I'll be okay. Or I was never living to begin with. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. They take his helmet off. And I felt like it wasn't needed. I'm still trying to figure out was his head even there, or was it just digitally placed there from a studio across the world? Who knows? I didn't feel like they needed to take his helmet off in the episode, and honestly, I guess that's supposed to be a big mystery behind the episode as far as what he looks like and him taking his helmet off, but I don't care about that. Honestly, he's a Mandalorian, and I don't want to see him running around with his helmet off hardly ever. Honestly, I could care less if he ever takes his helmet off again. I'm sure some people want to see it, but I'm good on it. And I was good on it in the episode. It didn't do nothing for me, other than I thought it was clever the fact that IG-11 was like, hey, I'm, not living. I can take your helmet off and see you because I'm a robot. Other than that, just, whatever. Mama Mando. Some people are calling her Mama Mando. But yeah, the Lady Mandalorian who's underground. Well, first off, let me start back. It turns off he comes in. The Mandalorians have been scattered, basically. They've been found out by, I guess, these remnants of the Empire. And they kind of like, a lot of them took their helmets off and everything, left them behind, and they scattered out, But Mama Mando stayed behind, and she has one of the coolest action scenes in Star Wars history in Episode 8. I'm telling you, when she's just sitting there and the stormtroopers come in and surround her and tinker on her helmet, and she gets up and starts bashing their heads in, man, any scene, if you ever add a scene in your Star Wars show or movie that shows a stormtrooper getting hit in the helmet and their helmet shattering, and you see in the face underneath the helmet, bam, you sold me. It's awesome. And that was awesome. She also threw a stormtrooper into the fucking metal motor where she melts down the Mandalorian armor and he's just disintegrated. How could you not like that? I thought that was really dope as well. Yeah, so many good things about this episode. I can't really be nitpicky about anything in this entire series. I mean, this series has just reignited my love for Star Wars so much, and I cannot wait to see more. I don't think that every Star Wars show that comes out on Disney Plus has to be like this. I feel like Kenobi, for instance, probably needs to be more, have a tighter story, because, we need to get from point A to point B in a certain amount of time. But something like The Mandalorian, I enjoy a slow burn. I want to see plenty of seasons of this and plenty of adventures and see all the interesting little one-off characters he could meet across this galaxy, because that's what I think The Mandalorian is and will be about. It's just exploring the galaxy planet by planet and meeting these interesting characters who are heroes, are villains, or friends, and I really like that. I really enjoyed that about the show. And also, this episode basically sets up season 2, so we know that in season 2, Mando will be traveling with the baby, who Mama Mando basically told him, like, hey, he's a foundling. This, until he's of age or you return him to his kind, he's your child now. So Mando is a freaking dad. This is Lone Wolf and Cub. Okay? This is Lone Wolf and Cub, and you maybe didn't see it as much in season 1, but that's what it is. It's Mando and his baby, and they're traveling across the galaxy. Just like Lone Wolf and Cub used to travel across the land, and they'll run into different characters. Some will be mischievous, some will be really friendly, and that's what this is. And I cannot wait to see him go on this journey to try to reunite Baby Yoda with his people. And I can't lie, part of me doesn't want him to ever find them, because I just want this to go on for like 40 seasons. Like 45 years from now, I'm still watching The Mandalorian and Baby Yoda is still baby, he's 445 or 545 now, but he's only a teen, you know what I mean? So, I just don't want them to bring anything to a hasty end. I felt like, even though season 1 was awesome, it's still, not only with 8 episodes is it shorter than a usual season that we're used to seeing, as far as how we've been programmed, I think we've been programmed with 10 to 13 episode seasons for the most part. And even if they are shorter, we're definitely programmed for hour-long episodes. And not only were these episodes under an hour, but we only got an 8-episode season. So I don't want to see them rush with anything. I don't want them to feel like they have to rush to tell a story. If next season's going to have the same, run time and the same amount of episodes, and just like I said, let it be a slow burn. You don't have to find these people right away. You don't have to give in to the naysayers who are telling you that you have to have a discernible 100% plot written in concrete for them to watch the show, because I think that's what people are enjoying about the show so far, is that it's not tying them too much to anything. Like, they're just allowed to enjoy each episode for what it is, see some cool action, and get to know more about the characters, because that's what the benefits of running the TV show is that you have so much more time to learn about these characters. And I can honestly tell you, I feel like I know more about Mando as a character than I do anybody in this new trilogy of Star Wars movies. I can make the argument that I feel like we don't know anything about Rey. I mean, of course, in The Rise of Skywalker, we know now that she's a Palpatine, but we don't know Rey and who she is and what drives her and her character traits and what makes her laugh and her soft spots and stuff like we do with Mando, And it's sad, but that's the truth. That's just what it is. But Mando finally gets his jetpack. I thought that was pretty cool, although I do not want to see them go too crazy with it. Like I told y'all in previous episodes, I think it was like episode 3 or something, I don't want it to get too Iron Man-y, please, because that's one of the main things that I did not like about The Rise of Skywalker, was that it was totally endgame-ish. It was pretty endgame-ish and got pretty MCU-ish. And I don't want that for my Star Wars. I love the MCU and I love Star Wars, but keep them separate. Keep them separate. Honestly, I don't even need all those Star Wars references in Marvel movies, where it seems like, Spider-Man wants to reference Star Wars and stuff all the time. I don't even need that. Just keep it as separate as possible, because I love them both and I don't want them mixing, and I want them to be really different. You know what I mean? Who wants to be as a fan of, like, a big fan of Star Wars and a big fan of Marvel, you like both those things for sometimes similar reasons, but very different reasons as well. And trust me, you don't want to see your Marvel Star Wars movies, because then you could just go to a Marvel movie for all of that. And I don't want Mando to become too Iron Man-ish in this show, but I'm afraid that might happen, but we'll have to see. Overall, I love the episode. I thought it was top 3 episodes in the series so far. Taika Waititi did a great job, and I really want to see him direct a Star Wars movie. I cannot wait to see season 2. And for me, the whole season was just some of the best Star Wars I think we've ever gotten, and can't ask for nothing more. Really can't. I hope you guys enjoyed the season. If you did, let me know below. If you didn't, let me know what you didn't like about it below. We don't always have to agree on everything, but be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, you have a good day, YouTube.